The mouse in my house saw me eating instant noodles every day, got fed up, and straight up pulled out a gold bar from its hole to help me out. I was completely stunned. The gold bar in my hand weighed a solid 2 kilograms. Even crazier, the mouse was worried my scrawny body couldn't protect this fortune, so it also brought me a long-lost ancient Bajikwan manual. My name's Lin Bei, an orphan so broke I only have my ID left, still paying off my parents' medical debts every month. My only family member is that mouse who shows up on time every day to eat my leftovers. Last night I sighed at the mouse hole. I probably won't have any food to share anymore. You should find somewhere else to live. Then I heard a loud clang. I quickly turned on the light and saw a skinny as hell mouse lying by my bed staring right at me. In front of it was something shiny and golden, about the length of my palm. I rubbed my eyes in disbelief. After slapping myself twice and seeing the gold bar still there, I realized this wasn't a dream. It was real gold. At market price of about 1,000 yen per gram, 2 kilograms means 2,000 grams. That's 2 million yen. I just hit the jackpot. With this 2 million, I could pay off the 380k I owed to the villagers and still have 1.62 million left as savings. Something I never even dared to dream of. I was so hyped I literally jumped up. So I immediately took out my last steamed bun, carefully crumbled it up and respectfully placed it in front of the mouse. This mouse is basically my sugar daddy now. Gotta treat him right. After eating his fill, the mouse burped and pointed his paw at his raggedy little nest. Bro, I'll build you a new nest tomorrow. The mouse nodded and waddled back to his hole. After calming down, I searched online for ways to cash in the gold bar. Banks and jewelry stores need receipts. Only pawn shops don't ask questions. Perfect for my mouse bro's mysterious gift. So first thing next morning, I headed straight to the pawn shop with the gold bar. I asked for a private room. When I pulled out the gold bar, Zhou Ming didn't seem impressed at first. But after putting on gloves and weighing it, his face changed. This is an ancient gold bar. If it were just a regular gold bar from a bank or self-made, it would only be worth the standard market value. But ancient gold bars are different. They're not just gold. They're antiques, worth way more than just the gold price. They have collector's value and even artistic value. A gold bar like this is worth way more than most people could imagine. Zhou Ming kept wiping the Jia Jing dynasty inscription on the bottom, then glanced at me sitting nervously. He figured this probably came from special sources, but he didn't care. Pawn shops don't ask where things come from, and they just name prices. Zhou Ming slowly set down the gold bar. Sir, this is above my pay grade. I need to talk to my boss. Please hurry. Soon, two people walked in. An elderly man with gray hair and traditional Chinese clothing, followed by a tall young woman in a black business dress. The young woman was holding a tablet and a fresh pair of gloves. Xu Ming told me the old man was Gu Yuan, a senior expert at Jubao Pavilion, and the woman was Su Qing, their manager. Su Ming put on gloves and carefully examined the gold bar. Gu Yuan sat across from me, picked up the tea Zhou Ming had just made, and spoke slowly. You don't look familiar, young man. What's your name? Lin Bei. Where did this gold come from? Of course, if you'd rather not say, that's fine. Family heirloom. My grandfather left it. I didn't know about it until my parents passed, and I found it while sorting through their things. I made up a lie. No way I could tell anyone the truth. Mr. Gu, I finished examining it. It's authentic. Mr. Lin, what price are you looking for? You make an offer. If it sounds right, I'll sell. Mr. Gu, how about 3 million? At 1,000 yuan per gram, this 2 kilo bar is worth 2 million. With the collector's premium for an official ancient gold bar, it's a fair price. My eyes went wide. This gold bar was worth 1 million more than base price, so there was hidden premium value. So I pretended to hesitate. I'd already decided to sell, but couldn't let them know I had no clue what I was doing. Mr. Lin, this is already the highest price you'll get on the market. He had planned to buy it for around 2.2 million, sell it for 3 million, and pocket 800k in profit. He never expected Gu Yuan to offer 3 million right away, nearly the max price, leaving almost no margin. He wondered why. Alright, deal. The moment 3 million hit my account, I suppressed my excitement, took Su Qing's business card, and walked out. Later, I found out Gu Yuan noticed the bar's mint condition and figured I had more treasures. He was playing the long game. After leaving, I slapped myself again in excitement. It hurt, but damn, it felt good. The joy and panic of sudden wealth hit me. I had no idea how to spend 3 million, so I rode around on my beat-up electric scooter for half an hour until I finally calmed down. First, I paid back the 380k I owed. The moment I cleared that debt, I shouted into the air, Mom, Dad, we don't owe anyone anymore! I needed to plan carefully with the rest, but first, buy a house. Having my own place means I've really made it in this city. I looked up prices and picked an upper-middle-class neighborhood, Quartz Gardens, so I headed to the sales office. A sales girl in uniform with perfect makeup came out to greet me. When she approached, she froze. Lin Bei? I paused. Her face looked familiar, but I couldn't place it. I'm Su Yao, your classmate from middle school. We used to sit next to each other. Oh, it's you! You've changed so much, I didn't recognize you! You haven't changed much, though. Oh, right, what brings you here? Got business around here? I'm here to buy a house. I got straight to the point and asked if she could give me a discount. Su Yao looked shocked, her eyes scanning my faded clothes. I definitely didn't look like someone who could afford a house. After confirming multiple times I was serious, she offered 5% off in exchange for dinner. I picked a 110 square meter apartment and said I'd pay in full. Su Yao's jaw dropped. She rushed to her manager and got me 7% off. That came to 1.023 million. After paying, I still had 1.597 million left. Plenty for renovations and living expenses. After all the paperwork, I got on my scooter to take her to that dinner I owed her. Su Yao frowned at my scooter. You just paid cash for a house and you're still riding this piece of junk? Huh, it still works. Good for another 2 years. At dinner, Su Yao kept asking how I got rich, her eyes full of curiosity. She obviously thought I'd worked hard for it or had some money-making secret. Of course, I couldn't tell her the truth, so I just said I won 2 million in the lottery. The second I said that, the enthusiasm drained from her face and she turned cold. For the rest of the meal, Suyao just ate quietly and didn't say another word to me. I didn't mind though. I just winced at the 1,000 plus yuan bill, but considering she helped with the house, it was worth it. After dinner, I rode her back to her rental and didn't leave until I saw her go upstairs. I had no idea that from that building, a pair of eyes was watching me as I rode away. On the way home, I remembered my mouse bro. I just had a nice meal. Can't leave out my VIP. Without him, forget buying a house. I couldn't even afford hot pot. I stopped by a deli and got him half a roast duck, some drumsticks, and pig head meat. When I got home and turned on the lights, I called out, "Bro, I brought you a ton of good food. Come out." The mouse smelled the food and scrambled out of his hole. I put the half duck on the shelf and got him some water. I sat next to him and set out the drumsticks and pork. This is for tomorrow. Just then, my phone buzzed. I opened it and saw someone had added me. "You're Lin Bei, right? I'm Jiang Man, Suyao's bestie. I saw you drop her off and asked about you. You seem like a solid guy. I'd like to get to know you. Here's my photo." I opened it. The girl was wearing a white dress and heels, looking sweet and pretty. Especially those long legs, smooth and fair. I kinda zoned out. I'm not good at talking to girls. Besides work stuff with delivery customers, I barely talk to women at all. After hesitating, I just replied, "Hey, Jiang Man." Then I went quiet, but Jiang Man was super enthusiastic. A moment later, "Hey, you free tomorrow? Let's hang out." "Sorry, I'm busy, gotta work tomorrow." A few minutes later, "How about after work?" "I've got some time after work." "I'll treat you to dinner, let's officially meet up." Hearing dinner, I automatically replied, "Sure." Before I could say no, she sent another message with a flirty tone. "It's late, I'm going to bed. Good night, Lin." Ugh, clueless guy, I was being so obvious and he didn't even offer to buy me dinner. Made me say it. Early next morning, I pulled out the ancient Bajiquan manual my mouse bro brought me and spread it out to study. I'd never trained in my life, didn't even know what Bajiquan was. I could only follow the diagrams, learning move by move. I studied every word carefully. Even though I was slow, I made sure each move was solid and precise. No room for sloppiness. I practiced for almost 2 hours straight, completely drenched in sweat. After a cold shower and fresh clothes, I rushed to my delivery job. During lunch break, I made a detour to a Chinese medicine shop. I got a full bag of herbs following the recipe in the manual, plus a clay pot. After work, I dumped the herbs into the pot. Soon I had a pot full of dark, bitter liquid. I held my nose and downed half, poured the rest into a bucket, stripped down and soaked in it. The liquid was warm. After soaking for half an hour, all my fatigue was gone and my whole body felt amazing. After washing up, I rushed back to the delivery company for my shift. Right after work, Jiang Man texted me to pick her up. I rode my beat-up scooter to her place. She walked out all dolled up in a floral dress with light, perfect makeup. She saw my helmet and glanced at my scratched-up scooter. Her face didn't change, but disgust flashed in her eyes. She thought, won the lottery and still won't get a better ride. What a cheapskate. Just got off work, Lin? Yeah, you? I got off ages ago. Desk job, pretty chill. Was work tiring today, Lin? I shook my head. Not at all. After that medicine, even though I'd been busy all afternoon, I still felt full of energy. At the restaurant she picked, we ordered and chatted. Jiang Man kept digging into my family background. When she found out I was from the countryside and my parents had passed, she grabbed my hand. "Don't be sad, Lin. Things will only get better from here." Her sudden comfort genuinely touched me a bit. An hour later, when it got dark, I took Jiang Man home. "I'm heading back. Be safe, Jiang Man." "Bye, Lin." Jiang Man waved at me, watching me ride off into the distance and bit her lip.